congratulations from anyone around you for being ashamed of your body.
When you see a kid who's overweight enjoying the beach, do you look down upon them? Like, they have the right to enjoy the beach, right? So at what point do we lose the right to enjoy things like that?
Welcome back to another episode of Beauty Debate. I truly believe that you will leave today's video feeling completely different about your body and towards summer itself. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you so much to the beautiful comments that you guys left on my last video. It was just a video that was just very spontaneous and came from my heart, and I was so happy to see that it resonated with some people. So it just gives me motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you so much for that. Let's get started on today's episode. I want to start off by saying, no matter how you look, you have a right to be at the beach, and you have a right to be at pools. You have a right to wear anything you want to wear that you feel comfortable with in that temperature. And that will never change, and that has never changed. And I know that there is a certain pressure that you feel, maybe from family members, from friends, from your partner, from society, whatever it is. You feel like you need to look a certain way in order to enjoy summer activities, in order to wear summer outfits, or in order to just go out not fully covering yourself up. That is not true. And you might believe that yourself. You might be judging people on dressing really openly in summer and not having skinny bodies, because that has been ingrained in you. So I just want to say right now, logically, that is not the case. You can wear everything that you want during summer. I'm not going to force you to wear things that are showing your skin in summer if you're not comfortable. The point of today's video isn't about getting rid of all your fears and being your most confident self and changing the way that you dress straight away. I want you to understand today that those fears that you have around showing your body to people is coming from within. It's not coming from other people's actual judgments, or even if it is coming from those judgments aren't as powerful as you think. You can spend the rest of your life waiting to be as fit as you want to be in order to go to the beach or go swimming. You can do that, but you will miss out on so many summers. You will miss out on so many things. And I promise you, I have done this myself. I waited to lose some weight. When I have gained weight, I would stop doing so much swimming. I would actually avoid summer. I would go back to Turkey and, have more of a winter time and avoid being seen, being exposed and being seen. That would be something that was triggering for me. And I have done that, and you're just avoiding the problem and you're making that problem bigger. You're actually becoming this person who doesn't do those activities or anything like that. And it's just gonna make you go more into your shell, and it's gonna be even more difficult to get out. The biggest problem with the way that we think we shouldn't wear certain things because we're not skinny enough, and we need to be skinny enough in order to go to the beach or be seen in bathers. The thought is coming from the fact that if you were skinny, it would be okay, right? So that means a skinny body is okay to be seen, and a fat body is not okay to be seen by people. So you're basically objectifying your own body. You're literally treating your own body as an object for other people's gaze, other people's vision. And you think that you being there distracts their comfort. And even if it does, you think that their 1 second of discomfort of looking at you is more valuable than your whole summer experience, is more valuable than you feeling the touch of the sun on your skin, feeling weightless in the water, going through the waves, all of those things. You think that their 1 second of discomfort is more important than all of those experiences that you're gonna have. Maybe you have kids that you want to swim with, but you don't do it. Maybe you have family that you want to interact with, but you don't feel comfortable. Is that person's vision of you, their perception of you, is that really that important? How valuable can it possibly be? I think when you think about it like that, you probably think, no, of course it's not that important. It's not that I care what they think, it's about what I think. So you believe that what they think somehow impacts your reality. Because if the beach was completely empty and there was gonna be no one, and there is guarantee that no one is ever gonna see you, you would probably feel comfortable going in. So it has something to do with them. The problem is that we have been taught that we are not acceptable enough in a certain size of a body, and we truly do believe that, and we think that we need to follow these societal rules in order to actually conform to our own identity. So if you did something that's against your own thinking, you would have that cognitive dissonance, and you would feel like your identity isn't aligned with what you're doing right now, because your identity has been shaped with the things that people say, the things that you see on social media, the things that you see on TV. the things that your parents say, the things that your partner says, and maybe those opinions are too strong for you to oppose. They're too strong for you to go against and be like, no, you know what, that's not right. So we sort of go along with them and we submit to them, and we think we need to conform to that, otherwise we will be an outcast, or maybe we will seem like we don't have correct values. For example, one of the things that I was struggling with was that I understand that I have gained weight and I feel uncomfortable with it. But if I dress however I want and if I act confident in my current body, won't it say that I'm okay with this? Won't it mean that maybe I don't care about health? Because I do really care about health, and that's one of my core values, and I care so much about what I eat and how I exercise. So me being comfortable in my body felt like it was contradicting my identity, what I want people to perceive my identity as. Because technically I can still care about health and accept my body right now, but I don't want it to look a certain way. I don't want it to look like I don't. So we're constantly too concerned by other people's opinions, and that's gonna always keep you imprisoned. And the problem is, they're not even gonna validate you if you conform to those ideas. Like, no one is saying, congratulations, you didn't go to the beach and you didn't offend anyone's eyes and you didn't offend anyone with your looks. You didn't make anyone turn and be like, oh, what is she doing? You don't get a medal for that. You don't get an award or a congratulations from anyone around you for being ashamed of your body. You just don't get any recognition. You just get more and more hidden, and you become more and more invisible. For example, if you have a mother or if you have people in your family who tell you that you should be hiding yourself, that's the way they feel about themselves. That's the way they have always done it. It's, again, about conforming to that idea. So I don't want you to have any kind of rule that stops you from living life, because you will at some point come to realize that they were wrong, they were false, and they were so flawed, but you would have already missed out on, I don't know, like 30 summers. Like, it's genuinely not worth it. When you see a kid who's overweight enjoying the beach, do you look down upon them? Like, they have the right to enjoy the beach, right? So at what point do we lose the right to enjoy things like that? So I could go on and on about this topic because I feel really strongly about our rights and how we sometimes stop ourselves and imprison ourselves. But I want to give you guys some practical tips today on how you can actually dress in the summer if you are really not confident about how you feel and how you look. There are ways to feel a lot more, I don't know, like safe in your clothing if you're insecure about yourself. One of the biggest ways is obviously dressing according to your body type, according to your taste, according to your comfort levels, right? So you can obviously cover more skin, you can cover more of yourself, but I want you to do that in a strategic way. I don't want you to just cover yourself up in t-shirts and loose things. They actually don't even look good. If you're gonna go into the water, you shouldn't wear anything that's that loose, because the water is gonna, make it stick to your body, and it's gonna actually make you feel worse than you would have with something tight. So I want you to be careful with your clothing choices. So if you're going to the beach, there are a lot of options. You can wear a long, beautiful shirt, colored shirt. It can be blue, it can be yellow. You can have an oversized shirt, so that would also cover, your butt, and it would cover your stomach, and you can sort of leave it open and wear colorful things inside. And the funny thing is, in summer, like, you can wear as many colors and as many accessories as you want. And the job of those accessories and those colors is also to get attention, right? They attract attention. So whatever attention they attract, they take it away from the rest of your body. So when we look at someone, we only can take in so much information, right? So if you have beautiful patterns, or if you have beautiful colors or accessories or something interesting about your outfit, that's what the eye is going to see. That's what it's going to be drawn to. So it's going to actually shift the attention away from your body size or body shape. So I want you to really appreciate and, experiment with colored shirts, colored long cardigans, necklaces, cute belts, scarves. You can literally tie a scarf anywhere. Like, you can tie a scarf around the shirt. You can do so many things. So get used to colorful tops and things that you can throw on top of your bathing suit to go to the beach. Another thing that you can do is wear loose linen pants. I love like loose linen blend pants, because full 100% linen pants will crease a lot around the mobile parts of your body. So for example, the scrunching in between your tummy and your legs, those lines will be very visible and they won't go anywhere. So I don't want that to be, again, another point of tension. So if you want to use like soft linen blend kind of pants, long skirts, like I literally say this every time, like wearing long skirts is one of the most classy, effortless, easy, and well coverage things that you could do. So those are the things that you can wear to the beach, or those are the things that you can wear to go out for dinner. You don't have to show your arms, you don't have to show your legs, you don't have to show your tummy. You could technically cover everything, but you don't have to. but you could. Those are some of my tips. And to actually swim, you can get beautiful skirts and get shorts that you can put a scarf over or something from Kmart, from Target. There's also better brands as well. I'm sure that there is some nice swimsuit brands. But if you just want something affordable and you want something comfortable that actually comes in a big size, because one of the problems with those swimwear brands is that they just go up to like size 12 or 14, or even if they go up to size 16, like it's so tight because it's bathing suit, and I don't know why they make it this tight. So it never makes me feel good. If you're wearing something that's really tight, as I told you guys in my second last video, if you wear something too tight, it's going to push the fat that was supposed to be there and it was resting and it was happy there, it's going to push it to someone else and it's going to make you look bigger than you are. So don't wear things that are too tight. Don't wear bathers that literally like cut your leg. Like that's just gonna make you, it's gonna make you look completely different. Please don't wear them. That's another reason why you maybe feel so uncomfortable wearing bathers or wearing bikinis. They're not supposed to be tight. You have skin and you need to embrace that. I was saying you can wear a strapless top, or you can wear a short sleeve top and skirts underneath from Target, from Kmart, from Big W. You can get these very easily. That's personally what I wear to the beach. I wear a skirt and I wear a strapless top. If I was uncomfortable with my arms, I would probably wear like a light colored zip up, like a gym zip up, or maybe I would wear like a really tight scuba kind of thing, because you still want something that doesn't hold too much water, but it can cover everything. Also, the fact that I'm wearing strapless top to the beach isn't because I'm completely comfortable with my arms, but I have just stopped caring. Like I genuinely just stopped caring about the way my arms look. I wasn't comfortable wearing something long sleeve, like physically comfortable, and I was emotionally uncomfortable wearing something strapless, but I chose to push myself with the way I feel about myself. I chose to push my mindset, and I am okay to wear something that doesn't look perfectly amazing in my eyes to the beach. I'm just there to enjoy the beach. And before I would go to the beach and I would take a lot of photos and I would like vibe. Am I still the same? I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to get back into taking photos and feeling cute at the beach. Do I fully feel it? No, but I'm still gonna enjoy other components of the beach and also add the components that I liked about being fit at the beach back then to now, because what I liked about taking photos was creating memories, have been able to look back at myself and be like, you know what, that was a really good day. But when you have really bad body image, if you have photos of that day, you're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna remember how shit you were feeling about yourself. That's the reason why I wasn't enjoying looking back at photos of myself on days I was feeling bad about myself at the beach. Not because that day was actually bad, not because I actually looked bad. It's because the connotation that I put on that, it was the relationship I had with myself that was triggering. So I would look back at it and be like, oh, that was a bad time, I'm not gonna take photos again. But now I am choosing to look at myself differently, and I am taking photos, and I took a lot of photos yesterday, thanks to my beautiful friends who actually initiated taking photos. I was at the beach and I had the best time, and I just appreciated every single moment. And as I was saying, you don't have to feel perfectly comfortable at the beach to go to the beach. You don't have to look perfect to go to the beach either. So if there is like a sweet spot between I'm really uncomfortable to go to the beach because I have fears versus I feel amazing because I'm comfortable with myself to go to the beach, like we can be somewhere in the middle. Like you don't have to, I'm not saying it's easy to go to the beach as a person who has a bigger body. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying we have the right to do it, and we don't have to make it so hard for ourselves by continuing to conform to that agenda of you have to be perfect for my eyes, for me to look at you. Like, who are they? The people who are going to see us and feel uncomfortable with the way our body looks. Like, what? When did we even... I don't know how society got to this point that, you know, people are still telling people you shouldn't go to the beach because you're big. Like, that's a you problem. Like, that's genuinely a you problem. You don't get to decide what you see. It's like, I saw a TikTok around this with children. It was someone saying, there are so many children around. They were complaining. And someone said, you can have the right to not have children, but you're not entitled to a childless world. You can have the right to decide that you don't want to be fat. You can have the right to be with someone who isn't fat, but you don't get a world where there is no one fat around you. Like, you literally don't get to choose that. If you said that about a race, you'd be cancelled straight away. Like, why is this so normal? Why is this so easy for people to say? It's completely crazy. So you need to be an activist, not just for yourself, but for others and for the world, and show people that you can exist everywhere you want and say whatever they want between themselves. They can complain about it, they can have a bad time, or they can try to put you down and feel better about themselves. That's them. That's all to do with them. And by running away from that, you're putting more value on that thing. You're putting more value and power on the way that they can perceive you and the way that they can be uncomfortable by you. You're not an object, or you're not a little puppet, something that is meant to make people, I don't know, laugh or comfortable or happy. You're your own person, and you only have a limited amount of time. And the beach is one of the most beautiful things in the world, and you can enjoy it. You have the right to enjoy it, and I want you to enjoy it. So I hope that you guys got something helpful from this video. I could genuinely talk about this for another 5 hours. And once again, I didn't have a script for this video. I don't know why I do this all the time, but I'm gonna try and cut it short. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Maybe I'll continue talking about it on Instagram. You guys can follow me, and I post a lot more consistently on there. So I would love to meet you guys there. Thank you so much for spending the time to listen to me today. And I wish you guys an amazing summer. I love you all. Take care.